wheel gets so light. What's up guys, it's me Eric B and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be doing a first ride on this 2019 Triumph Speed Triple RS. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so when it comes to naked bikes, we all know that they have a special place as far as fun factor and comfort and stuff like that goes, and this doesn't fall short of that. So this thing is very unique looking. I mean, it has the standard, you know, hyper or super naked bike look. You know, it doesn't have all the fairings and stuff on it, upright seating position and everything else, but this one by Triumph is very nice. Alright, so just going over some of the things on this bike, straight from the factory, for the price point you get a lot of good stuff on it. So just looking at it right here, you can see some of the carbon accents and stuff that come on it, the Brembo brake calipers, and I even think these brake lines are steel braided. Also, it has a single-sided swing arm, and then the wheels are wrapped in Pirelli Diablo Corsa tires. That's pretty amazing. Also, you get this nice free-flowing Aero exhaust, dual exhaust by the way. Comes from the factory this way for the RS model. So this thing comes with a lot of nice features and stuff on it. Now the windscreen here doesn't come with that on it. That was put on aftermarket, but it does help, you know, flow the wind a little bit better and everything. Has a quick shifter on it, so quick shift up, auto blip down, and then you also get this nice full color TFT display, which I'll show you guys here in just a second. And then just the paint job and the seat, everything on this thing is it's top notch, man. It comes also has the fully adjustable O-Ling suspension. So like I said before, for the price of this bike, you get a lot of good stuff on it. And you know, with your typical super nakeds, I mean, it looks amazing. Oh, and before I forget, another cool feature is that this comes with keyless ignition. So you get this little key fob here. As long as it's in your pocket or close to the bike, what you'll do is you'll switch the ignition on right there, and then you'll come around, push this little power button, and it'll switch on. Hopefully you guys can see that pretty good. Man, that display looks amazing. And there you go. So you got this nice full color display, tons of options and styles that you can choose from. So you can choose different styles of how you want the display to look while you're riding, with the speedometer and the tachometer and stuff like that. And then we'll go ahead and start it up for you. There we go. That sounds good. Alright, so let's get this thing out on the road, see how much fun it is, and before we do that, as always, let's cut to the B-roll. Alright, let's do it. Okay. And remember to switch this on here. Alright, let's open her up. Man, this thing has some torque. That's the thing with these nakeds, you really got to be ready for that down low power, because this thing will wheelie on you. Okay, so the quick shifter on this bike is pretty good. The auto blip works really well. This thing just sounds amazing. Like, Triumphs just have a distinct sound to them. I know when I rode the what was it, the Daytona 675R, that had a really nice sound to it as well. Now in terms of power, this thing is an inline 3-cylinder. And with that said, this thing is pushing out 1050 cc's. That's crazy, you know, how much power they can squeeze out of these things. So it's laying down 148 horsepower and 86 foot-pounds of torque. Now most of your naked bikes don't have a lot of horsepower because they're not top-end monsters like your sport bikes, but they just have a lot of down-low grunt, and that is the fun factor of these bikes. It's crazy because this thing has the same amount of torque that my Gixxer 1000 has. So power on this bike is definitely not an issue. And so far riding this thing, man, it's really comfortable. You can definitely, you know, do a longer trip on it if you need to. Adding that windscreen kind of helps redirect the wind a little bit. I still have a lot of wind in my face and everything, but it's not too bad. So the wider handlebar position, you know, they're more upright, and you're sitting more upright. It's just really comfortable to ride, you know. You can enjoy your ride for a longer period of time. This thing will get down and move. Now, I haven't hit too many curves yet. I'm trying to find some, but so far this thing is a monster. So the Olean suspension on here feels really nice. It's not a real stiff ride or anything like that, but this is set to, I believe, the factory settings, and it is fully adjustable for the track and things like that. And it's not a really stiff ride either. I mean, it's pretty comfortable. I was originally never really a fan of naked bikes, but after riding the FZ09 and seeing some of the other ones, they're starting to grow on me. All right, so in terms of styling, there is nothing that I can say wrong about this bike. It looks really good. Man, this bike sounds so good. Alright, so as far as the brakes go on this bike, man, they are amazing. Definitely 2 thumbs up for that. Most of your newer bikes come with Brembo brake calipers on it, but they're not, you know, that good because they don't come with all the extra bits and pieces to make them, you know, as good as they could be. So this one, I think, has steel braided brake lines on it. It has a Brembo master cylinder and everything, so it just makes the stopping power a lot better. Alright, if you want something with fun factor, has down low power, you can hit some dank wheelies, get yourself a naked bike. If you want to get out, still be able to hit the twisties, do some canyon carving, and be comfortable at the same time, get yourself a naked bike. It handles well, the power is satisfying, stops on a dime, it looks great, packed with tons of features. What more do you want? Alright guys, so as far as the weight goes on this bike, it's coming in right under 470 pounds. It's a little bit heavier than my Gixxer 1000, but overall it's still not too bad. When you got it out on the road, it feels really good. You can definitely move it around pretty easy. And then even when it's at a standstill and you're just like, you know, moving it around in your driveway or anything like that, it's not too bad. So can someone start on a bike like this? I personally am going to say no, just because of all of the down low power and the torque, and it could get you into a lot of trouble. But with these newer bikes and these rider modes, you know, it could be a possibility. This thing does have 5 rider modes, so you could detune this enough to make it, you know, where it's not too twitchy or anything like that. And the good thing is that it has an upright seating position and it's comfortable, so it does work a little bit better in terms of, you know, getting used to riding a bike and developing your skills and stuff like that. This thing is a blast. So I believe this bike will top out at about 160, but I don't think you really want to go that fast on a naked, just because really I have no kind of wind protection. So much wind in my face. Man, the Olean suspension matched with the Pirelli Diablo Corsa tires makes a really good handling bike. So I just want to thank my good friends for allowing me to take this Triumph out on the road, do a first ride on it. It's always nice to have friends with some pretty sweet bikes. And be sure to like, guys, if you're liking what you're seeing. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.